So we're talking today about surveys. So we know that surveys are like, it's when you need to answer questions. So you'll see that, maybe a business to find out your thoughts. What do you think about something that the business gave you? Maybe it's a hotel or maybe it's a restaurant. So a restaurant and a hotel will ask you questions to see if you are happy with the service, what they offered. So that's why we have surveys, or they're also called questionnaires. So we're going to look at today at surveys and questionnaires, and we're going to create ones ourselves. We're going to know what are good questions to ask, what type of questions can we ask, and how do we create one that's fun and, gets people interested to answer the questions. So really quickly, this is what I'll show you. So this is what a survey is. Did you ever answer any question and it said a question? Maybe you have to tick. Or maybe you have something like this. You have to put, if you were satisfied, that means you're happy or not happy. Or maybe it's hearts, again, not happy, happy, or stars or thumbs up. How satisfied are you? You can answer the questions. So that's what we call a survey. It's when you answer questions for a business. So if we have a look at, let's imagine that we are going to answer a question. So we want to put from number 1, so on page 137, from number 1 is most important to you to number 8 is not important to you. So for example, if you're in a hotel, do you want a good restaurant? Do you want good public transport? Do you want clean and comfortable rooms? Do you want internet? Is that more important to you? Friendly staff, friendly people that work there, gym and swimming pool, car park, and a good location. So I want you to put a number 1. Which one is most important to you? So for me, it's very important in a hotel to have clean and comfortable rooms. So if you look at number 1, put a 1. Which one for you is most important? For me, number 2, a good location, because I want to stay somewhere maybe in the city for a hotel. So I want my hotel to be very close to everything. Number 3, for me, I like to have friendly staff. So if I need to ask for more towels or to extend my night or to have a late checkout, then I like to have very friendly staff, people that work there. Number 4 for me is a good restaurant, because sometimes I eat at a restaurant, at a hotel, and sometimes I don't. So number 4. And you can see number 8, I don't care if it has a car park. It's not important for me, because sometimes when I'm in a hotel, especially in another country, I am catching the public transport because it's cheaper. So I don't have a car. Okay, so just put a number 1 to 8. Which of these things is important for you? And if we look at number 3, why do hotels give this type of questions to visitors? So hotels care about what their customers think. Okay, so they care about if you had a good hotel, you had a good room, if you had a good time. So they care. But so they can make changes. So when you answer a survey or a question, the hotel or the restaurant or whatever business can know if they need to change something in the business. To get feedback, you would hear this. Feedback means that you know where, if you're going well, if you're going bad. Does the customer want to make a suggestion, and so that they can improve their service. So it's really important for a business to be better, to make sure that the customers are happy. So that's why we have a survey. So if we look at number 3, which part, number 2, of the hotel does it ask about? So you could see it asks about the rooms, because it says, how was your room? Comfortable, not very comfortable. It asks about the staff. How friendly and helpful were the staff? It asks about the gym. Did you use the gym? And in the restaurant, did you eat in the restaurant? If yes, comment on the food. Number 3, would you ask any other questions? So yes, maybe you can ask, did you enjoy the view from your room? That means from the window. Did you like what you can see from outside your window? Was your stay quiet? This is a good question for a hotel. Did you like the decoration of your hotel, of the hotel? Or did you like the decoration of your room? Was the location of the hotel near touristic sites? Were you here on business or holiday? So these are very good questions that a hotel can ask its customers. So if we look at number 4, what is closed and open questions? So good questions use closed questions and open questions. So you must use both. So with a closed question, that means that the answer is just yes or no. For example, were all the staff polite and helpful? That's a closed question because your response is just yes or no. Another closed question, did you book your holiday online? That's a closed question because the only response is just a yes or no. Did you book it online? Yes. Did you book it online? No. But an open question means that you can talk more. So for example, how easy was our website to use? That's a closed question. Sorry, an open question. So for number 5, that is an open. How easy was our website to use? So you could say it was very easy. I went on the website. I was able to book online. I paid for my reservation. I got a confirmation. So you could talk, or you could say maybe something negative. It was very bad. It was very hard. I booked twice. I didn't get a confirmation. Number 6, did you use the swimming pool and gym? That's a closed question because the response is just yes. Did you use the swimming pool? Yes. Did you use the swimming pool? No. So closed question, the answer is yes or no. And this is another closed. Number 7, would you recommend this hotel to your friends? Yes. No. So that's a closed. And another open question is, what other suggestions can you make? That's an open question because you could say many suggestions. You can talk and give more answer, more response. Okay, so now we know what a survey is. A survey or a questionnaire is questions that a business will give to the customers. And the questions can be closed or open. But it is very good if a business has both. You must ask both closed and open questions. So let's look at some examples. This is like a survey. That's an example. This is an example for an airport. So we're going to imagine that an airport is asking these questions to its customer. So this question, how easy was it to find your boarding gate? That means the point where you go to go to your flight. So that's an open question. So how is an open question, because you could say it was very easy, or you could say it was very hard. I couldn't find the number. I almost didn't go on my flight. Did your flight depart on time? So that's a closed question. Did your flight leave exactly at the same when it said? So you just need to say yes or no. It's a closed question. How was your flight? So when you see a how, that's an open question, because that means you're going to say, my flight was good. I really enjoyed the meals. I relaxed. The plane was very steady. There wasn't much turbulence. Or maybe you can say negative. It was a very bad flight. The food was cold. The attendants were rude. The plane was very full. So that's an open question, because it's not yes or no. It's you have to talk. How friendly were the flight attendants? That's open, because you're going to say very friendly. Or maybe we can make it a closed question, because we can say, were the flight attendances friendly? So now this is a closed question, because you are going to respond yes or no. Did you have any food or items confiscated? That means, did the plane or the airport take away your food? So closed question, because yes or no. Did you have any issues with your luggage arriving? That's a closed question. Did the airline lose your luggage? This happens a lot. That's closed, because you're going to say yes or no. Okay, so really quickly again, I'll just go back a bit because Lucy just came. So we're talking about questionnaires or surveys. That means when a business wants to ask a customer if they're happy with the hotel, if they're happy with the restaurant, if they're happy with your phone that you bought, if you're happy with your meal, with anything that you buy as a customer. And we can make emojis, we can use hearts, stars. You can make a question really fun. So we talked about questions, and we know that we must ask both closed and open question. So closed means that the answer is yes or no. The open means that you can talk more. So if you look, we're going to imagine we are a restaurant. Okay, so imagine a restaurant wants to ask customers, what did they think? So a question could be, how did you hear about our restaurant? So that's an open question, because you're going to write, my friend recommended this place. We're on page 137. Maybe you're going to say I saw an advertisement for it. Was there parking near the restaurant? That's a closed question, because you're going to say yes or no. How was the speed of the service? That's open, because you're going to say it was very good. I really found the waiters to be very fast. Or maybe negative. It was bad. The waiters were very slow. The food it came cold. Was there a delay in your order? That means another way to say that is, did the food arrive on time? That's closed because you're going to say yes or no. The customer is going to respond yes or no. What did you think of the special dish on the menu? Open question. What did you like best about our menu? And what didn't you like best? That's an open question. Okay, and our last example for number 5, we're going to imagine a sports center. That's where you do maybe the gym or basketball or tennis. So imagine a sports center is asking its customers these questions because it wants to know if the customer is happy or not. So let's have a look. Imagine a sports center, and this is the question it wants to know. Was it easy to book the tickets? Or was it easy to book your tickets? That's a closed question because your response is going to be yes or no. So it's closed. Were the seats comfortable? That's a closed question because, again, you're going to say yes or no. Were the bathroom facilities clean? Closed question. Did you find the sports center clean? Same question. But no, this is the bathroom. This is all of it. So closed question. Tell us how our staff can help you for your next visit. That's an open question because your customer is going to talk. What kind of equipment do you recommend that we should sell at our store? Okay, so this is another example for a restaurant called La Boca Ristorante. So you should have a nice introduction. We would love your feedback to help us improve our services to you. Then you always have to have question 1. So try to copy exactly like this, question 1. So imagine you own this restaurant and you want to ask your customers questions. So this is a good question. Would you recommend this place to your family and friends? You could see yes, no. So if I'm a customer, I need to tick which one I want. Would you recommend? Yes, because I'm happy. No. Question 2, why do you prefer our restaurant over others that have the same type of food? That's an open question because I need to write. Because I like the food, because I really liked the meals, and the staff were friendly. Okay, or maybe I can write something negative. Question 3, did our hygiene standards meet your expectations? That means, was the place clean? So we've got absolutely, that means yes, kind of, that's like a little bit, not really. So I need to tick which one do I think for the restaurant. Was it clean? Maybe yes. Maybe I tick this one. Maybe this one. Question 4, what was the price of your meal? Was the price of your meal good for what you received? So that's a closed question because yes or no. So was the meal price good or expensive? So maybe, yeah, it was good. I tick this one. What did you like about our food menu? That's an open question because I need to write an answer. Number 6, question 6, out of 5 stars, what would you like? What would you give La Boca Restaurante? So I can tick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe if I'm not happy, 1 star. And okay, so that's an example of La Boca Restaurante, just an example. So now you are going to create your own question. You're going to imagine that you have maybe a restaurant, maybe you sell something. So I want you to imagine that you are creating a survey because you want to sell something. You want to know if your customers are happy. So if you look at this post here, I'll just quickly get the post. If you see this post here, I'll pin it in just a moment. You're going to create your own question. So just one moment and I'll get the post. Now I'm going to give you a piece of paper and you can do it on the piece of paper. Okay, and then you can upload it here. So as I said, an online survey, that means that you are going to imagine you have a business. Maybe you have a restaurant, maybe you have a cafe, maybe you have a computer shop, maybe you sell pets, maybe you sell telephones, maybe you sell food like a deli, you know, drinks. Maybe you sell books, okay? Any business, doesn't matter what business. So you're going to create a survey because you want to know if your customers are happy. So try to use the emojis, try to use the stars, and, you know, write something like this. We want your feedback. So I'll show you some examples. So these are some examples. We can see this one is called Gus Cafe. So Gus Cafe said, we appreciate getting your feedback on our service. And you can see question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then at the end, thank you for your response. Okay, you can see another example, El Mango Fruit Shop. Okay, have a look at how there's some smiley face. Sometimes there's questions with yes or no. This is one for Becca Pastry Shop. How would you describe the presentation of our cakes and desserts? Okay, so it's a shop that sells pastry. So you could see different types of questions. You don't want to ask always the same type of question. Yes, no, yes, no. You want to have stars. You want to have satisfied, not very satisfied. Okay, have a look at this one. This is for car rental. You can see this one is for the Woody, which is a healthy shop. So welcome. We care about giving you healthy, nutritious meals. So you could see not just every question, yes, no, yes, no. This one says, did the waiters serve you properly? Yes or no? How satisfied were you with the restaurant? You can see there's stars. You have to tick. Can you recommend any dishes you would like? You could see you have to write. So make sure you use all the questions, not just yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Okay, they have to tick stars. Make it fun. A survey should look fun. Make sure you use some colors. This is for an airport. Imagining you own an airport. Okay, so now you are going to create a survey yourself. I'm going to give you a piece of paper and you're going to do it on a piece of paper. First, imagine what business do you have? So you need to imagine, and then ask maybe 6 questions, 7 questions. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We're creating a survey, and I will come and have a look, making sure that you understand what an open question is and what a closed question is.